guys, it's TunnelingQueen here, and welcome back to my channel if you are a subscriber. If not, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content. Don't also forget to leave a like, and don't forget to check out my Twitch channel since I am going to be talking about how I became affiliate. If you are interested in the content that you see now, that you enjoy my personality, and I acknowledge the fact that I do interact with my chat, and I love building a really positive and great community as much as possible, as much to the best extent I can, then look at the link below and click on it and check out previous clips and stuff that might interest you. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., possibly to 3 p.m. Central Time. I sometimes stream on Fridays and Sundays if I have the possibility to. So without further ado, without the intro being so long, let's get right into the video of how I became affiliate. So I am very old-fashioned. So I ended up writing down a few things. I might add a little bit more as I'm going because who knows, I might just think of a couple things that pop up as soon as I go. So the first thing is I took time out of my sleep schedule. And so what I mean by what I took time out of my sleep schedule for is that I rearranged what time I believe was best for me to stream. And I noticed that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, based on my availability, was the best to be able to stream. So I figured between the time I wake up, I get a little bit ready, I get my work clothes on, and then I stream. But before I do that, make sure I have food in my stomach, get my water bottles, my coffee, because coffee is a really big deal on our channel. It's a big ass meme on our channel. So if you think it's funny, then you know you'd be hyping up with us in the chat. But I have a guinea pig to take care of. I have, you got to make sure you take care of yourself first before you just go out and stream, because sometimes there'll be days I don't eat because I'm late to the stream because I'm so focused on trying to get rushed into the stream and stuff. So the first main thing you want to do is make sure you have time for yourself and be able to manage your time well. So that's what I did, and based on my schedule, it's a little bit wonky and stuff. And if I have free time between those times, like Friday and Sunday, like I said, I have the ability to stream extra for you guys, and I let you know, hey, it's a possibility I will, but I can't promise it, that type of deal. I also ended up spending money. This is another tip. I spent a lot of money on a setup, and you don't need to have like this extravagant setup that's thousands of dollars, even though I will link everything below of how much everything was in total. Like, I don't have an exact amount, but I'm pretty sure it's around $1,400. And you don't have to do what I did automatically, which was spend all of it pretty much all at once. But you could just, do paycheck to paycheck instead of having to do full-fledged out $900 or $852 is what I spent. But, just don't spend all of it all at once if you cannot afford it. Don't do it. I have the money, and I had the money then too. So you just want to make sure that you're not going overboard on it. But, take your time and, just use what you have. At the time, I only had a PS4, and I figured that PC is a lot better for people to enjoy content because you can do layouts and stuff like that, and I will get into layouts in a little bit. Tip number 3 that I have is that I always interacted with my chat even if there wasn't a chat. I didn't care if somebody was there talking to me. We all eventually talk to ourselves, whether it be in our head or out loud. And the thing that you really want to get used to is being able to talk out loud to yourself. Even if it's mumbling out loud, that is still physically talking out loud to yourself to be able to produce content that wouldn't be interesting if you were just, we're just gonna do this, guys. We're just gonna pull the trigger, and then we are going to refill our gun of our shells, and then we are going to walk over here. And we don't want something that's boring. You want to be able to extravagantly produce all this energy that you can. You don't need to be the most energetic, most absurd out there person, because we know Dashy Games, no shaming against him, I love him to death. We all know that if we are trying to be that kind of energy all the time, we'd be tired out within 2.5 seconds. So kudos to Dashy, because if you don't know him, you need to check him out. He's really cool. But anyways, you want to be able to show that, hey, I am very interactive with my chat. I will ask you questions. Will ask you guys for your opinion. I will make polls. I'll do any type of charts that you guys want. I'll even do a freaking pie chart of what's the square root of all the way to the moon and back, holding an apple that cut in half. Like, you want to be able to just let them know, hey, I'm not just here for myself. I'm here for you guys, to build a community with you, to be able to show you, hey, I'm here whenever you guys need me. Another good thing that I forgot to list as well is build social media platforms, build outside of just Twitch. I heard that Mixer, if I can speak, literally is shut down because they didn't have the growth that they needed. Like, there was a chart on it and it said like 2.2 or 0.2% of growth compared to 100% to Twitch, and then 238% to Facebook gaming, and then 65% to YouTube. So you got to keep that in mind, that you want to be able to build a really good audience and community based off of what you believe in. Don't be so biased to the point of no return, but you don't also want to be very facade with, like, you don't want to have this facade all the time, because people are going to notice that you're not happy, because you're not going to be happy and they're not going to be happy and they're not going to be happy staying around. So you want to make sure that you're the most genuine person you possibly can when it comes to interacting with your chat. You want to play genuine games that you enjoy. You want to be able to talk about stuff that you want to talk about. But if there's times when chat wants to talk about a certain subject, don't try to stray too much away from it. If you want to talk about something solidly different, they might have a great conversation there that enjoys themselves, but some people might still be listening to what you're talking about. So don't force something if you feel like it's not necessary, but you can always do what you feel is best in your stream. Just make sure that you are interacting as much as you can possibly with your chat. And if there's a time where you're playing like a very intense shooter game or some type of game where it takes up all of your attention from the chat, you need to let the chat know, hey, give me 1 second, I will re-chat in a moment. Just give me 1 moment. I'm very focused right now on this match or whatever. Another really good technique that I have not seen anybody use that I think is very valid. I feel like it'd be a little bit more strategic on my end, but if you don't know what the heck to talk about, you don't have to just write down a bunch of questions that you may not think that's even relevant or important that to you, that you might not even want to answer or talk about, because you're like, well, my day is always usually the same. There's nothing really different. Like, there might be one minor thing during the week that's different through the whole entire week. But you're like, you know, I just work and I just come home and I play video games and that's just pretty much all I do. What you could do is you could search up questions to ask somebody, and there could be a list of hundreds upon hundreds of questions that I have never even thought of asking, like freaking, do you believe aliens exist? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? If you were doing this situation, what would you do? Would you do A or B? Like, it gives you a bunch of random questions that someone made up in their mind, maybe a group of people even on a website, that gives you over hundreds of questions to ask that you can elaborate, that you feel like you can talk about for a good solid 10 minutes. Because in 10 minutes compared to 3 hours is a lot of time taken up to cover a certain question that you might even bring somebody else's attention upon. So you want to be able to look at all the questions, maybe write down or copy and paste the ones that you feel like you can talk about a lot, and then you can always just keep that other one in the background to be able to make sure, hey, you know, maybe there's other couple questions that I might have missed that I didn't know that I would feel like is, you know, very intriguing to the chat. So just keep that in mind. Another thing that I've learned over streaming is that people are attracted to colors, and people are attracted to amazing and amusing and like kind of weird tactics and unique personalities. So people aren't really, you know, attracted to like boring and tedious people who are just the same over and over again. Like pretty much that guy who had the brown suit and the brown office and the brown, just basically he was just boring. People have their different type of layouts, so you don't want ones that basically cover up the whole entire screen. You want to have it where it's kind of just spaced out and such. I will show you actually what mine looks like. So mine kind of looks like this. It's very simple, but it also brings attention to the coloration. It may not be the same color as what my theme is, but I'm trying to figure out, you know, with the layouts and stuff. But this one, it has the ability to have movement, and it's really pretty, and I really like it. So I kind of just went with it. But my theme for my channel is pink, and you kind of want to just stay with the same theme for your channel, so that way it's not a turn off for people. But yeah, so layouts are very important. You can get free ones on Stream Elements as along with alert. You can also use Streamlabs if you want to, but Stream Elements has a lot more widgets and a lot more free to use stuff than Streamlabs does. And you know, people make their money each and every way that they can, but Stream Elements is probably one of the best platforms I would suggest. But if you want to use Streamlabs, that is totally up to you. I prefer Stream Elements just because I like the techniques and the alerts and all the layouts and stuff a little bit. This one, it got to my head a little bit whenever I was streaming, and I felt like, you know, this was gonna make me hit my affiliate. This was gonna make me hit that 3 average viewers. And to be honest with you, it really shouldn't be that hard to hit it, but it took me way longer than I thought it would. And that's the thing, you can't expect it to go your way 110%. You have to work for what you believe in, and if you believe in yourself that you know you're gonna get it, then you have to be patient. I got my affiliation probably within 2 months, maybe possibly 3. I'm just gonna say 2 months. And I feel like that's a decent amount of time to be able to earn affiliate, because one, you are considered your own viewer, and if you can get 2 other family members just having your stream in the background, shashing babam, make them accounts, do whatever you can to persuade anybody, hey, you know, I'm worth affiliate, or hey, you know, this is something that, you know, is worth your time and effort of having to watch. You could be watching a bunch of amazing edited YouTube videos right now, but instead you decide to watch my stream because you love the interaction, the activity that we have, the connection that we have with one another. And that is one thing that you want to be able to have with your peeps that take time out of their day and possibly money from their banks to give to you because they feel like you deserve it. And you need to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to acknowledge that and understand not everything is going to go your way 110%, maybe more like 40 or 30%, but you got to work with what you got. You know what I mean? You cannot be picky. You cannot be thinking that you can just take people's money because that's what you think you deserve.
What my whole speech about how I need subs to keep the stream going, if you like the content, blah, 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 how that results in 0 subs. There are regulars here. $5 a month. How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5?
People deserve whatever comes for them. I believe everything happens for a reason, so you need to take that in accountability. So with raids and host and that type of dealio, you need to know that it's not going to help very much. You know, if you work with the person that raids or hosts you, you need to know that is a lot more of a better situation than just being raided by some random person that has a lot more viewers than what you had in your count. And you know, it's awesome, and people will give you all these follows and stuff, and I thought dead on the spot I was gonna get affiliate because there was 16-17 people in my stream at that time, and I got like a crap ton of follows, and we like crushed it with 76 followers. And I was like, you know, this is the day I'm gonna get affiliate. I'm gonna be able to start making money.
and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching.
And that was the problem, is because part of you ends up becoming a little bit greedy. And you know, you may want this to be a career, and you can't think of it just like a stressful job that is all this and that. You don't want to compare and contrast it to your old job, saying like, well, you know, it kind of relates to this. Every career has its pros and cons. Some just have better pros than some, more pros than cons. And to me, I would love to be able to be a full-time streamer someday, but your attitude is so efficiently important part of your character. You could not fake it. People will know if you are just in it for the money.
Like, how do you think free entertainment is available to you? It's because other people actually provide money so you can be a cheap ass. That's it. Other people provide money because they're generous, and they see like a thing that they want to support, a form of entertainment they want to support, and then you leech.
So you need to know that raids and host may give you a boost and peak and more followers, but honestly, those followers that followed me, I have not seen a single one of them since they came from that raid. Maybe one from one raid that wasn't from the one that I just talked about. I'm talking about, you need to have connections. You need to be able to network. You need to be able to build a community around other communities in the same games that you play to be able to make this work for you. You need to be able to post on other platforms. Don't be spamming "I'm going live" all the time, because people are not going to want to have a trash can full of spamming going live things. Do you want that in your feed of constantly "I'm going live, I'm going live, I'm going live, I'm going live," like on repeat? I don't think so. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to also check out my Twitch channel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of every single week, Central Time, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sometimes on Fridays, sometimes on Sundays, depends on my schedule. So if you are interested in that, the link will be down below for my Twitch channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe here if you're interested. It is for we. Don't you love free? Because I do. You guys have a great day. Bye.